Hello, welcome back. Last time I came to the Island of the Guardians, the final island where I am now placed in charge of my own recipe book. So that's been interesting. We got a couple more puzzles open there, and then the south section is ready for me when I'm ready for it, but I'm not. Indecision, difficulty 1. I left a 1 here. Okay. Cloud has a prescribed recipe. No, it doesn't. It just has a tile with a cloud on it there, and so much geometry to make sure I don't get in there and mess with it. Okay. Oh, hi, bunny. You were down south this time. Or you came a circuitous route around there and ended up here. It did take you a while, to be fair. So, bucket... carrying a... let's see, so I can't do this because then just no recipe happens. 2 of the same means none of anything. So I can make a bucket like that. If I did that, I'd probably do it there. Ah, and I can invalidate the recipe by doing this, thereby getting a white bean through. Because if I didn't do that... cloud would zap, zap, and then that's a cloud. But if I invalidate it, it'll still dump it out of the bucket, but that's okay. And I think I need to do that a second time. Alright, so you are that, because I'm making a bomb, and then after that the puzzle's done. And bomb can be made out of just 2, unambiguously. Cloud didn't try to zap when the bucket picked it up. It knew it wouldn't be successful. It didn't waste its time. Okay, so, right, so now I just have 2 beans, and that makes a bomb, and there we go. Cool. Nice and simple. Next. Becoming inert. Hey, bunny. Right. Open this, close that. 3 green, 2 white. So, what now? I want a very delayed action, it seems like. I can mess with my recipes. Okay, so in what way is recipe manipulation key to this, I'm wondering? Neither a vine nor a cloud can reach either of these spots, not that a cloud could do anything with either of them. So somehow I have to be in here, and after a sufficient length of time... I mean, I'm thinking like, the idea of... Let's say I placed, ooh. Okay, that's not what I wanted to spawn there. The other thing. Easier to just do this than talk about it. Just want to see how far this idea might get. Oh, I have only 1 white, so I can't... therefore I wanted... What now? I don't really have enough beans for this, do I? It doesn't particularly seem like it. So if I had cloud here and vine here, they wouldn't conflict with each other particularly. I want to put down some beans in that spot, so the vine can be snarfing them up while that happens. However, there are lots of problems with doing that. Yeah, number of turns it would take to get here is kind of a lot. So there's no action I can take from here. I do need to light a fuse. And then have something happen after a sufficient amount of time, don't I? Preference order, remind me. I believe it's green first? It is green first, okay. So if white is the final, bean that's pulled across, okay, so this recipe currently is cloud. Okay. Now this recipe is vine. But I don't want to actually spawn it yet. I'm gonna have to, though. That recipe is nothing. I don't have a white bean to do anything, and I'm nowhere near in time for anything. Okay, so maybe a better plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, a better plan perhaps would be to have a vine here pulling from there, a vine here pulling down, and a cloud zapping at that, so it's going to have to be the vine recipe. So I need things that doesn't seem like I can have. Too many creatures to make this happen. And other problems too. Lots of them. What? Difficulty 2? This needs to become pressed while I am here or here. So I have to walk a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces from where I can reach anything. Like, for example, okay, so I'd wand this way to spawn a vine who's pulling beans from there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's almost plausible. Not actually, though. Only almost. So, idea being something resembling that. Okay. Cool. If a cloud could exist here, and if this were a vine recipe, things might be good. And I can do those things, can't I? No. Maybe. No. Maybe. So, what becomes the vine recipe has to also be the bean that's here. I don't have enough beans for this. And I can't use my last bean. I'll have an extra green and an extra white, so I guess those are timing mechanisms then? So if I do this... Yeah, but if I use my white bean, I can never do anything more with it. I can put it on the recipe tile, but then I can't actually grow anything. What? So essentially I have 3 beans. Well, that's not quite true. It kind of is, though. Like 1 white and 2 green. So I think the end of this puzzle looks like this. I walk here, I zap that way, and I walk here. And that series of actions needs to result in this getting pressed after I've gotten there. Are you serious? With these resources? I think I'm missing the key concept of this puzzle, because this cannot be it with what I have available. No spawning space anywhere in here, so all my growing happens in that area. can't really set up a particularly complicated vine wrestling match because that just would resolve too quickly. Like if I'm spawning something here, it's either a cloud here or a vine probably here. The vine here looks better. Aha. Here's an idea. Yeah, here's an idea I like. I still have an extra bean, but that's okay. It's better than not having enough. You're a cloud, or you will be eventually. You will be a vine eventually. You will be nothing for a time. Okay, so I need to... what? Okay, let's say you were a cloud. Oh, the cloud doesn't re-zap if I move a recipe. Okay, that's gonna be part of the key to this. In fact, I think that's the entire thing. Okay, I zap here. The white bean serves as a barrier. It also passes by the cloud's line of sight, making it want to zap again. There is a recipe for a vine there. You will re-zap and... wow, okay, that's a 2-bean? That's pretty complicated, but alright. I'm gonna see that thing get eaten. There we go. We got a snack of nothing because that cloud wasn't made of anything. Alright. So yeah, like, ultimately the contraption I put together wasn't that complicated, but like the reasoning that had to go into it was something. Something a little more than a 2. That was a 2 plus 1. Read. To whoever finds this, we have been unable to leave the temple for 5 years now. Oh. But if our plan was successful, so we finally have a timeline. But if our plan was successful and the monster we created has guided you here... Is the monster the bunny? The monster's totally the bunny, isn't it? Then you should be reading this message very soon. As far as we know, this makes you the first human soul to find the temple since the day we reactivated it. I must confess that when Frank told us what he thought our creation should look like, I rolled my eyes, but of course he was right. It is much easier to imagine someone forming a bond with a bunny than with either of the creatures we cooked up in our lab. We all hope it has been a kind and loving companion to you. With hope and gratitude, Carl Eichinger. Okay! So, Bunny was a monster all along. I mean, that kinda makes sense. Alright. Wow. Huh. So 5 years, they were trapped there. No telling how much time passed since that was written, though. To whoever finds this. So when Frank asks a question in that silly tone of voice he's always using, I have to admit I usually just tune him out. But it was actually one of these questions that ended up sparking the idea that kind of saved all our lives. Saved? Past tense? It was so obvious, I'm amazed it never occurred to any of us earlier. The temple sends us to these islands to solve puzzles, but what's on the other side of all that water? The clouds were always too thick to see too far away, but there had to be something. We didn't want to try it on this island. I really don't like hanging around here. Something about all this fancy old stuff makes me worried I'm gonna break something. But we already had our process for making artificial islands, and it was easy to do it again. After we finished, we went to the new island without any clue what to expect. We made a boat just big enough for all 4 of us and picked a direction. It couldn't have been more than an hour of rowing until we saw another island through the clouds and we pulled ashore. And that's where we've been living for the last 5 years. It's not too hard for us to go back and forth to the temple, but we don't really come back here too much anymore. We've got everything we need to wait for your arrival back there. And if everything worked out, it shouldn't be too long now. So they're not here, they're on a secret 10th island. That sounds like post-game, possibly. But, well... I don't know, I feel like this calls some things into question. So you found a paradise where you're able to dwell. You can't get back to the normal world, but you have your needs cared for there. I mean, if you survived 5 years, you can survive more probably. Interesting. Okay, so anyway, difficulties we're looking at. 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. So all the 5s must be up north. Alright, let's start with storm brewing here. Yeah, that's a bunch of clouds. Okay, so that's a cloud recipe. There's a cloud formation. There's a bomb there, and I need a bunch of those. Okay, I'm gonna have to blow up some bombs to get some beans back. Or sorry, blow up some clouds to get some beans back. Which will then spawn. Okay, yeah, so if I have... I need a total of 3 bombs. While I can make one now, it can't reach the spot I need it to reach. I have you, and I can't do anything about you. You're just gonna be there forever. So I think... Hi, bunny. I can't be quick enough to pick those up and invalidate the recipe between when you blow up and when, another thing happens, when you get zapped by the other cloud. I can't quite be in the spot where... I could prevent a zap, and even if I was, I couldn't really do much with that. Yeah, so that counts as tiled. Just cannot spawn on it. Oh, or maybe just because it would invalidate its own recipe. Well, in any case. And I have an extra one of these beans. But I can't go much of anywhere with these. That's a zap. That's a zap. So I can make a bomb in one of these 4 spaces. No, one of these 3 spaces, because that's tiled. And then what? I can mess with this recipe. I guess I can eliminate that cloud entirely so nothing can respawn. Oop, a little too early on that. Okay, so no new pieces come out. And now I can do my work in peace here. Like, I mean, how does this help me? It totally does not. No, nothing good is happening here. This isn't one of those, an explosion happened, therefore it has to do 2 things puzzles, as far as I can tell, or maybe it is. Well, I can also create bombs here. If I made a second cloud out of, let's say, just cyan, and put it okay, where am I exploding? Ideally here, but that's not going to work. Well, or is it? No, not really. Okay, now hang on. I might be able to make this work still. So you're a bomb. You're a cloud. Wait, hang on. Better... no, I can't put a bomb here. Well, yeah, I can. It can be patrolling. Alright, you're a patrolling bomb. You'll create some shelter for me. I will want... a cloud here. Not necessarily yet, though. I want that cloud to, when I create it, be made of cyan. Shortly thereafter, be made of more. But I can't quite do that zap from here, can I? I zap, I pick up, I'm too late. Also, I died in the explosion, of course I did. And even if I managed that... Oh, I see something. So if cloud... Okay, so if I make a bomb, then I say cloud is made of yellow, then I blow up this cloud, it gets a yellow bean and can't respawn because that's not a recipe for anything. Okay, that's helpful. Okay. So I turned that cloud into a bean. It was not respawnable. You won't rezap. If I do this, do you? Yes. Okay. So you are a potential bomb being looked at by a cloud but not being spawned. How do I repeat this, though? Okay, that didn't make you do a thing. This might do the trick. So I sit here while this happens. That spawns. I put this down. And now you're made of that. But then you respawn. Well, I want you to be made of just yellow. Not yet, though. Pick up, put down yellow. And... yeah, cool. I think I can make this work. You are a bomb now. You're actually a bomb now. I take this time to put this bean here. Bomb recipe is still one yellow. Yeah, okay, that worked. Neat. Okay, that was weird, but it worked out. I'll take it. Yeah, the sorts of thinking I have to use here are a little different from what I'm used to. Seeing red? Right, sure. That's what I choose. Did I look all around? Was there any more reading? I think there was not. Oh. What have I stepped into? Should I worry? I don't know. Okay, so we got petals, dispensers, bombs, clouds, buckets, and one bunny. Wonder what your recipe is. Well, nothing right now. That's your spot. I would figure it would be here. Okay, so... it appears as though I need to simultaneously have red beans on all of these. So I need a red bean factory. I'm seeing this suspicious bombable corner here. RGB there. Extra red and a green in here. Okay, so a cloud recipe exists. Immutable Aikinger Kurayama there. Immutable bucket recipe here. So I think I want to create a cloud here. No, why would I do that? No, I want to create a cloud here, which I can't. I want to create a bomb. Hold on, I can create a dispenser and color it and I can't ensnare a bomb in it. I can ensnare a bucket in it. Why would I? Okay, so you do the obvious. And yeah, I just need a whole bunch of those. Hey, bunny. I get some color changing. Can change from green to blue and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah. There just aren't enough beans in accessible places for me to even get 8 of these. No real possibility to, So what it feels like to me is I need to have a bomb explode here after I've grown something there. But... why? Or maybe that's just where I put my dispenser, but then I have to be able to grow stuff. Perhaps that's what the cloud is for. Wait, what? What am I trying to do? Get 8 red beans in here. Those don't look like they'll help. They'll help with red bean destruction, so a spawner can make a new one. But then I need some kind of red bean storage, so I can put them away in some form where they temporarily don't exist, but I can get them back. As in, they need to be monsters, so only cloud... Okay, so we need to use cloud storage for the red beans. Maybe. Like, I need to engineer a situation where a cloud is made of 8 red beans here, and a bomb blows it up while I'm in there? Cool idea, never gonna happen. I have the means to make 1 dispenser here. It can't be a red one. How do I feed... Yeah, so I need to feed myself beans here. How do I feed myself beans? What's a bucket for? How do I influence anything out here from in here? By there being a dispenser and I spawn something in this spot. I think that's the only way. Okay, so I'm back to... I can't make a bomb out here. But I could put down a bean that would in the future become a bomb recipe and put down a cloud. Okay, that's not invalid. So I'm trying to think of like... But why am I doing that? So I guess I'm imagining... Cloud here-ish. Bucket moving back and forth here-ish. Something that will become a bomb recipe like here-ish. So when the bucket is here, the cloud zaps again, turning that into a bomb. The bucket hits the cloud, hits the bomb, moving it over here and exploding whatever's on that tile. But why is that useful? Why do I don't know, I'm just honing in on this corner and thinking that I want an explosion to go through there. But I need to understand other mechanisms here first, I think. The only way I'm getting 8 red beans is by dispensing some beans. Specifically red ones, because there are no red color changers. So I absolutely do need a red dispenser. So these two need to get together. because I can't change the color of that. How are those two getting together? And even if they do, then I have the secondary problem of storing those away so more can dispense. So just creating a red dispenser here is not sufficient. Bomb, but not yet. Bucket, cloud, dispenser. Once I go in here, I'm not coming back out, and I can only bring blue beans in. Okay, this is a lot. This feels like potentially a 3+2. Gonna do something I don't usually do, and I'm gonna bail out of this. This looks like a project. I'm gonna come back to that later and parse through it. Where you heading, buddy? I want to follow you. Well, I accidentally stepped into another puzzle. That's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, you're just running along there, somehow. Okay, so, yeah, that's something. I'll parse through that later and see what I make of it.